Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks, time and time foot, and then just blew by him.
No, not yet. I'm about to. The service is not available in your country/region. What?
5 points in the game.
Country setting.
Good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it. It worked that last time, but that's an invitation for a turnover.
Throws. That's his first foul.
Let's get back up there. See if I can do it now. What the hell?
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
What country do I have my stuff sitting? Pretty sure it's
Outside
the
Lowry.
US.
Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Terry with it, up in time. No good on that last second attempt there. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter.
What time is it?
Nets lead. The second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Time.
And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction.
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought into the offensive system, the defensive system, and it's just rare in this league to have a team like that.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making it.
Are you feeling nervous, games?
Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
Hold on.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
It's not letting me.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And it's time for an injury report.
He said he checked out that wrist, and fortunately, it looks like there's no long-term damage. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Terrence Ross is out there with Young. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Exum at the point. He used that pick just right.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, breakdown, and turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3.
I know.
I like this
True, don't worry.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Thomas is checked in.
Blocked.
And, you know, guys, Dante Exum is such a fluid, versatile athlete. Really shows great promise. Has tremendous size and length for a point guard. He can also play the 2. His rookie season last year, though, a mixed bag.
What reason do I have to get shut on?
Oh, that's a tough 3-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense. taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I
He's got 8 points here in this quarter. Dante Exum, Greg, last season he didn't shoot the ball that well, and his turnover rate was what you might expect from a rookie, but his defense was good. In fact, borderline excellent at times.
That's a great point, Kevin. And you know what I liked about Exum, when his shot wasn't falling, you know, he didn't allow it to affect the other facets of his game. He would find ways to contribute, and that's the kind of attitude that so many scouts got excited about when they were talking about this guy in the first place.
And for Dante Exum, the first point guard chosen in the 2014 draft, number 5 overall, actually, he was taken over 2 other very talented and arguably more proven point guards coming in, those being Marcus Smart and Elfrid Payton.
Brooklyn making some changes. Steven Adams is checked in for Joel Embiid. Hansbrough comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Lowry in for Dante Exum. Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And it's blocked by Adams. Fast break. Thomas with the ball. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. And now Lowry running the floor all by himself. Comes up empty down low.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And talking about Dante Exum last year, he showed scouts were right when they said he isn't a finished product. He only shot 35% from the field. So much smaller numbers than other top rookie point guards like, Smart and Payton.
But looking 3 or 4 years out, you may be singing a different tune. And, Kevin, I think that's what the projections are when you look at this young man. He has length. There's a smoothness and a feel for the game that's raw, but still elite. And that's why many scouts would still today take him over any other point guard in that draft. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that basic basketball time management.
Tacked on.
Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
And here's Lowry following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Middleton with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. Lowry inside the line. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
All right. Add me on that account too. That's my backup account.
get to the line. It's a close game. Every point matters. The team that usually wins a game like this is the more aggressive team, pushing the ball, taking it hard to the paint. That's the team that's going to get rewarded.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
My thing is that we get the games, like the pre-order games, you get them free.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Just absolute domination in this one for Arthur. He's got 13 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
They've got J.J. Redick. Doug McDermott is out there with Arthur. And there's the prodigy. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Now here's Embiid.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise he'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And here's the fast break. Here's McDermott. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Boris Diaz checked in for Darrell Arthur. And then for Brooklyn, Ross is checked in for Thomas. And it's Dante Exum in for Chris Middleton. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 17 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days. Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
They now take the lead.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency. From the 3, he started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Arthur. He's got 19. Launches a 3. Gets it to go for bucket number. Number 8, he's taken just 10 shots.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
It's been quite a game for the prodigy.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Steven Adams is checked in for the Nets. Hansbrough's come in for Thaddeus Young. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Exum with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. No good from Ross.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And that one's good by Stevenson.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Nets trail by 4. The dish to Exum. Plenty of space. Misses off the right iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it to Lowry. Trying to find Hansbrough. Gets it to him.
And, guys, Tyler Hansbrough, as heavily a decorated player as we've ever had in college, has somehow seen his numbers steadily decline in the pros. Last season, he was in for an average of only 14 minutes a game, the lowest of his career. And he also only averaged about 4 points a game, which also equaled the lowest of his career.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante Exum. Hansbrough. Hits them both. Getting all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Pass to Arthur from deep 3-point range, but they recover it. Brooklyn trailing. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Left side Lowry. To the middle. Hansbrough, that's good. Hansbrough's got 6.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Lowry against Rose. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
One friend online. Who's online? You're online already, though?
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And here are the Nets. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Lowry out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Young. Then it's Thomas. And it's Adams in at the 5. Down low.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole is a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this, you would think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Now here is Lowry, screened by Young. The drive by Lowry. It's blocked. The second chance effort. Shot's good from Young. And the Nets lead by 1. Whipping an almost unfair 78% from the field. Nice shot by Arthur.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Puts up the baby hook, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Thank you, Doris. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Nice shot by Arthur.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Screen by Young, and the call will go against the Prodigy. That's his third foul of the game. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The drive by Lowry. Here's Embiid. Arthur grabs the board.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Lowry brings the double.
Have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Outside Lowry. Feeds to Middleton. Lets the three fly. No luck.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Nets lead by 2.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Nice shot by Arthur.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Ross is checked in for the Nets.
Oh, you shit.
1:14 left in the fourth. Screen by Young. Lowry drives in. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. That one wide left.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Ross with the steal. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Now here's Arthur, guarded by Embiid. Now Arthur. They set the pick.
1 point.
For the win.
Wow.
Got it! He got it! What a shot!
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Phenomenal finish. A 3 at the horn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess really That's about the only way we could expect a game like this to close the curtain.
And so they get the victory here at home. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
The 2K Sports postgame show.